Gemini, I need you to stop scrolling right now because what I'm about to show you will make your jaw drop. Someone from your past is having sleepless nights thinking about you, and I'm getting chills just pulling these cards. The first card that flew out of my deck before I even started shuffling was the Hermit, and this person is in complete isolation right now, sitting alone with their thoughts about you. Wait, wait, wait. Everyone thinks when someone regrets losing you, it shows up as Two of Cups or some romantic reunion card. But actually, the universe is showing me something totally different, and it's going to shock you. This person isn't just missing you. They're having a full spiritual awakening about what they lost. Gemini, within the next 21 days, someone is going to reach out to you through an unexpected channel. I'm talking about a platform you haven't heard from them on in months or even years. The cards are screaming this timeline at me, and I've seen this exact pattern play out for my community members just last week. Oh my God, the energy around this reading is absolutely insane right now. My phone started buzzing the second I laid these cards out, and the comments section is already going wild before I've even gotten to the main message. You Geminis are feeling this, aren't you? Type Hermit in the comments if you already know who this person is, because I guarantee you do. Let me paint you a picture of what's happening right now in this person's world. The Hermit here isn't showing me someone casually thinking about you over morning coffee. This is someone who has literally withdrawn from their social circle, from dating apps, from going out, because every single person they meet gets compared to you, and nobody measures up. They're carrying a lantern in the darkness, trying to find their way back to what they had with you. This isn't some surface level missing you, Gemini. The Hermit represents deep soul searching, and this person is questioning every decision they made that led to losing you. They're probably journaling about you, looking through old photos at 2 a.m., going down social media rabbit holes, trying to piece together what your life looks like now. A most beautiful and heartbreaking part about the Hermit energy is that this person is finally understanding your true value. When you were together, they took your quick wit, your adaptability, your incredible ability to make any situation interesting for granted. Now in their isolation, they're realizing that conversations feel boring without your mental stimulation. Other people feel predictable compared to your delightful unpredictability. But here's what's really getting to them, and this is where it gets intense. They're realizing that you weren't just their partner, you were their best friend, their intellectual equal, their adventure buddy, all rolled into one. Geminis bring this incredible duality where you can be deep and philosophical one moment and playfully silly the next. And this person is sitting alone, realizing nobody else has that range. I'm getting specific visions here, and they're so detailed it's giving me goosebumps. This person is remembering exact conversations you had, specific jokes you made, the way you could switch topics seamlessly and keep them on their toes. They're remembering how you made mundane activities fun just by being yourself. The Hermit is also showing me that this person has been getting signs about you everywhere. Your favorite song comes on the radio. They see your birth flower randomly. Someone mentions your name in conversation. The universe has been putting you in their path consistently, and they've finally stopped dismissing it as coincidence. Now, Gemini, the second card that came through is absolutely mind-blowing, and nobody would expect this in a regret reading. I pulled the Eight of Pentacles, and I'm getting chills because this person isn't just sitting around feeling sorry for themselves. They're actually working on becoming the person they should have been when they had you. Eight of Pentacles represents mastery through dedication, and this person is putting in serious work. They're going to therapy, they're reading self-help books, they're learning new skills. They're basically rebuilding themselves from the ground up. And the reason? They want to be worthy of having you back in their life. This is where it gets really emotional, because Eight of Pentacles shows someone who's finally humble enough to admit they weren't showing up properly in the relationship. This person is learning about communication, about emotional intelligence, about how to match your mental energy. They're studying you, Gemini, trying to understand what you needed that they weren't providing. I'm seeing this person taking classes, maybe learning a new language or skill that you mentioned being interested in. They're expanding their horizons because they realize how small their world was compared to your vast curiosity about everything. They're trying to become more interesting, more cultured, more capable of keeping up with your brilliant mind. The dedication shown in Eight of Pentacles is not casual effort. This is someone putting in hours daily working on themselves. They're probably listening to podcasts about personal growth during their commute, reading books you recommended that they ignored before, taking up hobbies that would make them more compatible with your lifestyle. What's really touching my heart about this Eight of Pentacles energy is that they're not doing this work to manipulate you or win you back through some grand gesture. They're doing it because they genuinely want to become the partner you deserve to have. They're crafting themselves into someone who could handle your complexity, match your wit, and appreciate your beautiful contradictions. But here's the crazy part that's making my head spin. The third card is Justice, and this is about karma coming full circle in ways that will absolutely blow your mind. This isn't just about them missing you. This is about the universe literally rearranging circumstances to bring truth to light. Justice means this person is finally seeing the relationship clearly, without their ego, without their defenses, without their excuses. They're seeing how their actions affected you, how their words hurt you, how their lack of appreciation made you feel undervalued. The scales are balancing, and they're getting a crystal clear view of what they put you through. I'm getting visions of this person having those 3 a.m. realizations where they sit up in bed and think, oh God, that's what they meant when they said, oh. All those times you tried to communicate your needs and they brushed it off or minimized it. They're finally understanding with perfect clarity. Justice is also showing me that this person is taking full accountability. They're not blaming you for being too complicated or too much. They're not telling themselves that you are the problem. They're looking in the mirror and saying, I lost the best thing that ever happened to me, and it was my fault. A beautiful thing about Justice energy is that it brings truth, and this person is finally being honest with themselves about how incredible you are. All your so-called flaws that they used to complain about, they now see as your greatest strengths. Your need for mental stimulation isn't needy, it's inspiring. Your social nature isn't exhausting, it's magnetic. Your quick mood changes aren't unstable, they're dynamic. But justice works both ways, Gemini, and here's what the universe wants you to know. You're about to receive validation in the most unexpected way. This person is going to acknowledge their mistakes, probably in writing, definitely in detail. And it's going to heal parts of your heart you didn't even know were still wounded. The timing of this Justice card is everything, because we're in a major karmic clearing period, and old situations are coming back around for resolution. This isn't about getting back together necessarily. This is about truth being spoken and wrongs being acknowledged. I'm seeing this person crafting the most heartfelt message they've ever written. They're probably going through multiple drafts, wanting to get every word perfect, because they know they might only get one chance to say what they need to say. They're going to acknowledge specific things they did wrong, specific ways they hurt you, and specific qualities about you that they were too immature to appreciate at the time. Now the fourth card just made me gasp out loud, and I literally had to put it down and collect myself. The star came through, and this is about hope and healing in ways that are going to transform both of your lives. The star after Justice is the universe saying that this entire experience, as painful as it was, is leading to something beautiful. This person's regret isn't just about wanting you back. It's about becoming the person who could love you properly if given another chance. The star is hope incarnating in physical reality. This person is visualizing a future where they get to show you who they've become. They're daydreaming about conversations where they can match your intellectual depth, adventures where they can keep up with your curiosity, moments where they can appreciate your beautiful complexity instead of being intimidated by it. What's absolutely magical about the star energy is that it's showing me This person has developed a genuine spiritual connection to you. They're sending you love and healing energy, even if you can't feel it consciously. You're probably looking at the stars, thinking about you, making wishes, asking the universe for another chance. A star represents divine timing, and the cards are showing me that this person's transformation needed to happen. They couldn't love you properly before because they weren't evolved enough to handle your magnificence. Now they're becoming someone who could cherish every facet of your personality. I'm getting the most beautiful vision of this person under the night sky, probably during their hermit phase, and you're having this profound realization about love and loss and growth. They're understanding that losing you was the wake-up call they needed to become their best self. The star is also about wishes coming true, but in unexpected ways. This person's deepest wish is to have the chance to love you correctly this time, not to go back to the old relationship, but to create something entirely new based on who they've become through this growth process. Gemini, the universe is showing me that this person's regret is pure and authentic. The star doesn't show up for manipulation or empty promises. This is genuine soul-level remorse combined with actual behavioral change and spiritual evolution. The fifth card that came through is making me emotional because it's the Nine of Cups, and this person is fantasizing about having you back in their life in the most beautiful way. Nine of Cups is the wish fulfillment card, and this person's ultimate wish, their deepest heart's desire, is you. But this isn't desperate wanting, this is appreciative longing. Nine of Cups shows someone who finally understands what true happiness looks like, and for them, it looks like sharing life with you again. They're not just missing the relationship. They're missing the specific joy that only you could bring to their world. The Nine of Cups is showing me this person daydreaming about simple moments with you, making you laugh again, seeing your face light up when you're excited about something, being the person you turn to when you want to share good news or work through a problem. They want to be your person again, but as the upgraded version of themselves. I'm getting visions of this person imagining taking you on dates they should have planned before, having deep conversations they were too surface level to have then, supporting your dreams in ways they were too selfish to do previously. They're literally planning how they would love you better given another chance. The emotional satisfaction in Nine of Cups is profound. This person isn't just casually thinking it would be nice to get back together. They're experiencing deep emotional fulfillment just from imagining being worthy of your love again. The fantasy alone is healing something in their heart. What's really getting to me is that Nine of Cups shows contentment, and this person has realized that their happiness is directly connected to having you in their life. Not because they're codependent, but because they've discovered that loving you well, being loved by you, sharing life's adventures with someone as amazing as you, is their personal definition of a life well lived. The Nine of Cups is also showing me that this person is grateful for the time they had with you, even though it ended. They're not bitter or resentful. They're thankful that they got to experience your love at all. That gratitude is part of what's making them want to do better and be better. Now brace yourself, Gemini, because the sixth and final card is going to give you chills, and it's not what anyone would expect in a regret reading. I pulled the Death card, and before you panic, this is the most beautiful ending to this story. Death doesn't mean physical death, it means transformation and rebirth, and this person has literally died to who they used to be and been reborn as someone capable of loving you properly. Exclamation. The person who lost you doesn't exist anymore. They've been completely transformed by this experience. Death is showing me that this person's old patterns, their old mindset, their old ways of being in relationship have been completely destroyed and something beautiful has taken their place. They're not the same person who took you for granted, who couldn't handle your depth, who wasn't ready for your love. The Death card in this position is actually the universe's blessing on this entire transformation. This person needed to experience the ego death of losing you to become who they were meant to be. The old version of them had to die for the new version to be born. What's absolutely incredible is that death shows permanent change. This isn't someone who's temporarily sad about losing you and will go back to their old ways once they feel better. This is soul-level transformation that has fundamentally changed who they are as a person. Death is also about cycles ending and new ones beginning. The cycle of them not appreciating you is over. The cycle of them being too immature for your love is finished. The cycle of taking your incredible qualities for granted is dead and buried. But death also represents rebirth and renewal, and I'm getting the most beautiful vision of who this person has become. They're more introspective, like you need them to be. They're more curious about the world, like you always were. They're more emotionally intelligent, like you deserve. They're more adventurous, like you wanted them to be. A transformation shown by death is complete and irreversible. This person has been through the fire and come out as gold. They've faced their shadows, dealt with their issues, and emerged as someone who could be a true partner to someone as complex and wonderful as you. I'm getting chills because death at the end of this spread is showing me that this person's regret has catalyzed the most important growth period of their entire life. Losing you broke them open in the most necessary way and forced them to confront everything they needed to change about themselves. Gemini, let me bring all of this together for you because the message from your guides is absolutely crystal clear, and it's going to impact your life in ways you can't even imagine yet. This person who regrets losing you isn't just missing what you had. They're mourning the person they were, who wasn't capable of loving you properly. The Hermit showed us their isolation and soul-searching. 8 of Pentacles revealed their dedication to becoming better. Justice confirmed they're taking full accountability for their mistakes. The Star illuminated their hope for a healed future. 9 of Cups expressed their deep longing to have another chance, and Death promised that their transformation is permanent and complete. The timeline the universe is showing me is specific, and you need to pay attention, because this is going to happen exactly as I'm telling you. Within 21 days, probably when Mercury stations direct, you're going to receive contact from this person. It might be a text, an email, a DM, or they might reach out through a mutual friend, but it's coming. When they do contact you, you're going to immediately sense that something is different about their energy. Their words will be more thoughtful, their approach will be more mature, their understanding of who you are will be more accurate. This isn't the same person who lost you. The contact is going to include a genuine apology that will probably make you cry, because it will show that they finally understand how their actions affected you. They're going to acknowledge specific things they did wrong and specific qualities about you that they failed to appreciate. But here's what's really important, Gemini. The universe wants you to know that this situation is ultimately about your healing and growth, not just theirs. Whether you choose to give this person another chance or not, their acknowledgement of your worth is going to validate things you've been needing to hear. This whole experience is going to confirm that you weren't asking for too much. You weren't too complicated. You weren't too much. You were simply with someone who wasn't evolved enough to handle your magnificence, and now they know it. The regret they're feeling is going to translate into the most beautiful validation of who you are. All those things they used to complain about or not understand, they now see as your superpowers. Your need for intellectual stimulation isn't demanding, it's inspiring. Your social butterfly nature isn't exhausting, it's magnetic. Your emotional complexity isn't difficult, it's beautiful. I'm getting the strongest message that this person is going to express gratitude for having had you in their life, even though they messed it up. They're going to thank you for being patient with them even when they didn't deserve it, for loving them even when they weren't ready for that love, for showing them what they were capable of becoming. My private community members who've experienced this exact pattern always tell me the same thing. Hearing that apology and acknowledgement heals something deep inside that they didn't even know needed healing. It closes loops that have been open for months or years. Now, whether you should give this person another chance is entirely up to you and your intuition. The cards are showing me that they've genuinely transformed, but that doesn't obligate you to anything. This validation and apology is yours to receive, regardless of what you decide about your future. If you do choose to explore reconnecting, the universe is showing me it would be a completely different dynamic. This wouldn't be picking up where you left off. This would be starting fresh with two people who have both grown and evolved. But if you choose to graciously accept their apology and move forward without them, that's equally valid and powerful. Either way, this person's regret and transformation is going to give you closure and validation that will positively impact all your future relationships. The most important thing the cards want you to know is that this entire experience has been orchestrated by your guides to show you your own value. Sometimes we need to see our worth reflected back to us through someone else's regret to fully appreciate how amazing we truly are. Gemini, you are incredible, and this person's regret is just confirmation of what the universe has always known about you. You are worthy of deep love, intellectual partnership, adventure, growth, and someone who appreciates every single facet of your beautiful complexity. The comments are going absolutely insane right now, and I can feel all of you Geminis resonating with this message. If this reading gave you chills, and you know exactly who this person is, comment transformation below, because the energy you're all sending is absolutely electric. Your guides want you to know that this is just the beginning of a beautiful new chapter in your love life, whether it's with this person who's transformed or someone completely new who's already evolved enough to love you properly. Incredible love is coming your way. Keep your heart open, but your standards high, beautiful Gemini. You deserve nothing less than extraordinary love, and the universe is conspiring to bring exactly that into your life. If you want to dive deeper into your personal timeline and see exactly how this is going to unfold for you specifically, you know where to find me. The spots are filling up faster than I can keep track of, because this energy is just too powerful to ignore. Subscribe right now if you want to stay connected to these incredible cosmic updates. Your future self is going to thank you for being here and receiving these messages exactly when you needed them most. The universe has so much more magic planned for you, and I cannot wait to share it all.